morning. Completely sincere. All right. As we go through the class today, just listen to your body. If anything doesn't feel right, let's not do it. Shall we? We've got 30 minutes. Let's go. We're standing with our feet fist width apart, nice and tall. Think of these ribs here being corseted, closed, but then you're lifting up the front armpit area here. So you're nice and tall, lifting up through the back of the neck, through the crown of the head. Take a breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. The first of 3 roll downs. Check that your feet are level. Mine, as always, are a little bit out of kilter. Breath in at the bottom. Exhale, the lift, the scoop to float up. I have a right foot that likes to creep forward ever so slightly. I have to keep an eye on it. All the way to the top. Lovely. Let's go again. Breath in. Exhale. Get that little neck stretch there. Roll it down. Also, make sure that your feet are nice and sort of spread on the floor. You're not clawing your toes. Breath in, exhale, up we come. You're not sort of tensing your arches or anything like that. You're nice and grounded into the floor. We like to think we have nice big hobbit feet to help us ground. Let's go one more time. Breath in, exhale. Moving smoothly through the spine, keeping the knees slightly bent, letting the torso cascade over the legs. Breath in, exhale. And up we come. All the way to the top. And at the top, we're just going to do a couple of shoulder rolls, roll them forward. Got to get those shoulders moving and then back, open up, chest. Gorgeous. That's it. And we're going to take a wider stance for some squats. So feet in parallel. And we're going to take traditional squat arms. So when you're ready, just set off on your squat journey. That's it. Keep the weight back in your heels. Remember, if you can, oh, my right foot's done it again. Glance down. You should still be able to see your toes. Your knees should not be concealing your toes here. You want to go back. And you want to keep your belly button pulling towards your spine. So you're not just letting everything hang out. Tempting though it is. And then as you come up, really use the back of the legs, the glutes, to get a nice, strong up movement. That's it, keeping the breastbone lifted, good, and getting down nice and low. I was going up the stairs yesterday and I thought, oh, I don't really feel my legs this week. What's that about? And then I realized it's because of these squats, isn't it? We're going to do 8 more here. Here we go. 8. Squeeze at the top. 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. Good. Looking really good, chaps. Well done. And 2. Last one, we're just going to hold it down there. Reach forward, lift the breastbone, see if you can go down rather an inch. That's it. And then one more. Knees over toes. Yes, and bring it up. And shake out those gams. All right. Standing crunches. So hands behind our head. Remember, you're trying to get your knee to your forehead here. So we're bending forward. Bend the supporting leg. So we're using our abs here, really rounding the back over, drawing the belly button through to your spine, and then think of it going out the other side. And it requires some balance too. Yes, looking good. Try not to wrap your elbows around your head. We're not yanking on our head there. All the work is being done from our center. Good. Let's go. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Looking good. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Super duper. Just have a little shake out. Taking a wider stance now and go to your natural turnout, wherever that may be. Now, it's the same idea, but we're taking elbow to knee. Again, bend the supporting leg. So we're going this away and this away and this away. So you can keep your legs bent, actually. It's not very elegant. That's it. We're going directly to the side. There you go. So we're getting a little side crunch movement. And we're working those hip flexors as well. Super. Lovely. Keep breathing. 8 and 7. Elbow to knee. And 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Oh, really nice work, guys. Let's come down onto the floor with your mat. And we're using the squishy ball to start with for some nice, we've been working on oozy tilts and curls, all right? So getting a nice ooze, really getting some depth into that movement. Ooh, all out of breath. Arms long down by your side, feet flat on the floor, again, feet nice and relaxed. Back of the neck, nice and long. When you're ready, take a breath in, exhale and tilt the pelvis up towards you. Bit of a squeeze on the squishy ball. Inhale, rock it back. This is all we're doing to start with, nice and easy. But I want you to go to your tilt, then stay there and then see if you can go a little bit more. We've been talking about max tilt this week. So there's always a little bit more in the tank, don't you find? Like you go to where you think you're going to go, but actually there's a little bit more. And that's what we're looking for in these. Nice, oozy pelvic tilts, getting as much motion as possible into that lowermost part of the spine. And returning to our neutral pelvis position each time as we rock back onto the tailbone. Looking good. Let's do one more. All right, let's go into curls. So starting the same way, pelvic tilt, nice and oozy, max tilt there. And then let the hips come all the way up. Super, just check your form. Backs of the arms pressing lightly into the mat. Palms of the hands also pressing down lightly into the mat. Soles of the feet, again, nice big hobbit feet pressing down into the mat. Everything working to get those hips up nice and high. Belly button drawing to spine. Good. Now let's just take a little bit of a squeeze on the squishy, shall we, today? And then release. Again, squeeze on the squishy and release. Exhale, squeeze, keeping those hips nice and high. Don't let them give into gravity. And we've got 4 more. Exhale, squeeze and release. And squeeze, looking good. Keep those hips high, butt cheeks working, pressing evenly upwards. Last one, here we go. Squeeze it up. And then exhale, melt from your breastbone, rolling all the way down. Just one more of those. Breath in, exhale, tilt, ooze it, max tilt, and then come all the way up. Get back up to where you were. Good. Now, if you quite like doing it, pop the heels, pressing into the balls of your feet now to get your hips a little bit higher, and then take your arms up and over, tracing out a nice rainbow trajectory, and then reaching back as far as you can. Just enjoy the moment there. Everything's sort of fired up. Lovely. Let the heels float back down and then exhale, roll back down, leaving your arms where they are above your head. So you get that lovely, lovely stretch through the upper part of your back and then arms down at the bottom. Super. All right. Keep your legs down if you want to. Otherwise, you're going to bring your legs up into tabletop. Still with the squishy ball. Arms in a T position now, palms facing up. We're going into our hip rolls. So tilt over to the right on an inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale over to the left. Exhale back to center. Good. Now keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Don't let your shoulder blades lift up. The work is from below there. Yes. And keep those knees level. Super. Don't let the shoulder blades lift. Don't let your lower back arch away from the floor either. Keep those abs working to spare your lower back. Looking really good. And if you've got your legs in tabletop, and if you want one other thing to think about again here going to max tilt. Live on the edge. How far can you go without collapsing to the floor? And then use the side body muscles to bring yourself back to center each time. Here's our last set. Make sure you've evened yourself up left and right. Come back to center, and if you've got your legs up, you're going to put them down. Hands behind your head for a nice set of chest lifts, all right? Just plain and simple. Here we go. Breath in. Exhale, we're coming up and down. Exhale, up and down. Now keep your tailbone nice and heavy into the floor. No tilting on this one. It's just the front body working. Rectus abdominal muscles contracting so that the chest floats up. Make sure you can keep seeing your elbows in your peripheral vision the whole time. Head nice and relaxed, space under your chin. There is always so much to think about, don't you think? And exhale and down. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, looking good. And 1. Super. All right. Grab your hand weights. Keep your squishy ball where it is. Grab your hand weights. So back to chest lifts. Start with your arms above your chest, holding on to your weights. Good. Everybody ready? That's it. So palms facing your knees. Take a breath in, and as before, exhale, push those arms down strongly like you do at the beginning of hundreds. Now just hold it there and see if that weight at the end of your arms can help you maybe get a little bit higher. So you can reach it forward slightly, the weights, and then the weight of them will maybe help you get a little bit more high. Good. Then you bring your arms up and then you take your chest down. That's what we're doing. So exhale up. But as always, find your own time, but see if you can take a moment to just, again, go to max. Exhale. See if you can use those weights, just even if it's a millimeter higher than you would normally go. Let's work it. Looking good, guys. Use the breath. Exhale. You could also think, if you want to, about drawing that ball into your body to help you access your pelvic floor muscles. So as you exhale, as you come up, think about that ball being drawn into your body. Super. It's all going on. It looks like it's just a simple chest lift. How deceptive, eh? We're going to do 4 more of these. Up and down. Exhale. And up and down. Good. Exhale, looking really good. Go a bit further if you can. Go to max. Yes. Arms up, down. Rest the arms, and now just turn one ear to the mat, and then turn the other ear to the mat, and then repeat at will, just releasing any tension from your neck there. All right, so we're doing mini hundreds this week. We're only going to do 50 today. All right, and again, you have the choice, either keep your legs down like they are now, or bring them into tabletop. And just remember, if you're in tabletop, you can make it slightly harder for yourself, if thou so desireth, by taking your knees slightly away from your body. As always, watch your lower back doesn't start arching away from the floor. Imprint slightly if you need to. So arms back above your chest, legs into tabletop if that's where you fancy going. Take a breath in, exhale, we're going to push those arms down. Nice and strong. Again, use the weight of the weights to get a little bit higher. Here we go. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Arms up, chest down, legs down. Let's get rid of one weight. So just holding on to one weight. The last little exercise in this ab series is our chest lift with rotation. So holding the weight, just the one above your chest. Here we go. Breath in, exhale. Now cross it over past one hip. That's it. And again, see if you can push the weight forward to get just a little tiny bit more height. And then we come down. Other side. Exhale, strong with those arms. And inhale, down. Find your own rhythm and just remember that we're working the abdominal obliques here. You want to keep your pelvis nice and grounded into the mat. So the work is above your waist on this one. So we're not rocking on the pelvis. Down. Let's do 4 more. 4, but 4 good ones. And 3. And down. 2. Nice work, chaps. Last one. And down. Put the weight down. Get your squishy ball and just place it under your head. This is going to be the nicest bit of this class, right? So with the squishy ball, like a little pillow under your head there, you keep your legs bent up, feet flat on the floor. Just again, turn one ear and then the other to the floor just to release that neck. How nice is that? Doesn't that feel good? Let the neck go, nicely supported there by the squishy ball. Super. All right, then get rid of the squishy ball and we're going to rock up to sitting. Get a little bit of height to sit on if it helps you sit nice and straight. We're doing our spinal twist, which we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, and hopefully we're refining it a little bit more each week when we do it. Remember, exercises don't get easier, they get better. Oh, yes. So sitting up on a little bit of height, heels out to the edges of your mat, feet flexed, press the backs of the leg, the whole length of your leg, press it down into the mat so you can then lift up through the body. Arms out to the side, whole arm rotated. Think about drawing your thumbs closer behind your back as we turn, okay? So that the arms stay out and they don't start doing funky stuff like this. Inhale at center, exhale and we're pulsing. As we turn, inhale at center, other side, pulse, pulse, good, shoulders down, and pulse, pulse. Think about drawing those thumbs closer behind your back. Yes, like a proper contortionist. Matthew, you've got the sun on your face. It's like you're in a little spotlight there, all of your own. Yes, exhale, good. Inhale, grow taller at center as you inhale, lengthening through the spine. And remember to look for a little bit of extra height on that second pulse. See if you can sort of spiral up like a little corkscrew there, going up. Lovely, let's do 2 more, good. Keep the palms up to the ceiling, palm there, palms up, there you go. And last one, super, because it's harder like that. Last one. Come back to center. Good. And just relax over your legs. Nice work, guys. Bring the soles of your feet together. Just round over your legs. Little bit of an inner thigh release here, because when we're working with the squishy ball between our knees, of course, we're working our inner thighs. So just let them release out now. Super. And we're going to come down onto our side for some JCs. Jackie Chan's. Have your weight ready for an arm opening in a minute, but we're going to start off lying on our sides. Let me get rid of my gubbins. Underneath leg at 90, there you go. Top leg extended out at hip height. Make sure that top hip has come forward. That's it. And let's put our hand on that top hip. There you go. Yes, good. So you're going to bring your knee up towards your chin, not even your chest. We're maxing it out, remember, to chin. Press the heel forward, sweep it back. Lovely. Let's go again. Knee to chin. Flex the foot, press it forward, sweep it back. Good. And up. Now remember, your foot has become a paintbrush and you're painting a stripe on your wall. as you sweep that leg back and forward and paint a stripe. 2 more. Looking good. Now, just the movement in the leg. Isolate that movement in the leg. Bring it up. Press it forward. Sweep it back. Good. All right, so we're going to back into a Jackie Chan. Bring it up. Press it forward. Hold it there. Make sure the inner edge of your foot is parallel to the floor, and then start doing little bounces, so little pulses, as if your leg is on a squishy ball there. Bouncy, bouncy. Good. Extend the leg away from you. Make sure you haven't retracted it back into your hip socket. Lengthen it. That's it. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep it back. Paint that stripe on your wall. Good. Another Jackie Chan. Bring it up, knee to chin. Flex the foot. Press it forward. Paint that stripe as you take it back. This time we're going to keep the leg at hip height, foot flexed, and we're pulsing there. So again, on a bouncy ball, bouncy, bouncy. Good. Belly button to spine. Just the leg going up and down. Super. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Point the toes. Show me your best points. Good. Bring the leg in. Stack it on your bottom one. We are ready for our arm opening. Grab a weight if you want it for your top hand. Just the one, chaps, all right? So open yourself out. Turning from the waist, so hips and knees stay stacked. And then fully turn your head to look at your hand. I always feel a bit like, is it the Busby Berkeley movies? You know, when you get the overhead shot and the girls are on the floor making shapes. I always feel a bit like that, so like a kaleidoscope, isn't it? You have to make a pretty shape. Do the Busby Berkeley. Open out the chest, let that side of your body get a nice release there. And then bring yourself back. Good, and let's do our JCs on the other side. It looks like it might be a nice day, huh? But then the mornings have been promising, and then it's all been going a little bit pants, hasn't it, this week? You have to get your stuff. If you want to go out, you have to go out in the morning. So on your side, underneath leg bent up at 90, make sure that front shin is forward. So yes, there you go. Top leg extended at hip height, hand on your hip. Let's go. Knee to chin, flex the foot, press it forward, paint a stripe. Good. And up. Press it forward, paint a stripe. And up. And forward. Good. Nice long legs sweeping back that quarter circle shape. And forward. Lovely, guys. 2 more. Bring it up, using the abs to get that knee nice and high. Upper body nice and relaxed. Last one of the plain JCs. Good. Now we're going to come back into it. Knee to chin, flex the foot, press it forward, and start bouncing it. There you go. So keep that leg up at that height if you can, to keep it forward. Don't let it sort of start drifting back towards its start position. There you go. And again, just make sure that that inside edge of your foot is parallel to the floor. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paint a stripe, sweep it back. One more Jackie Chan, knee to chin. Flex the foot, press it forward. Sweep it back at hip height. And with a strong flex foot, start your bouncing. There, good, really nice. So think of pressing into the heel here to keep that foot nicely flexed. A little bit of ankle work going on. Super. And breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up one last moment. Point the foot. Bring it in, stack it on your underneath leg, ready for your arm opening. Grab your weight if you can. And we're off, opening out, turning the breastbone to face the ceiling. Busby Berkeley. And just breathe into it. Taking a moment just to let the body release into your mat. And just let go. And then bring yourself back. Super. And we're going to very quickly come onto our tummies for a tiny little bit of back extension work. As always, 30 minutes doesn't seem long enough, but we've got to squeeze in all the elements. All right. So what are we going to do? Let me think. We're going to have our hands, because we're running out of time, hands against your thighs. So palms against your thighs. That's it. Now already be floating your nose about 1 centimeter off the floor. And then like we do standing, do a shoulder roll, taking the shoulders down and back. Feel your shoulder blades sliding down your back toward your back waist. Can you feel that? Keep your tailbone extending towards your heels and your belly button, as if there's an ice cube underneath it, drawing away from the mat. Now you're going to take a breath in. As you do, slide your hands down your legs towards your toes, so you come up into a little bit of a back extension. That's it. And we exhale down. This is all we're doing, nice and simple. Inhale, slide your hands down the outsides of your thighs there. Open out the chest bones. That's it. And exhale down, looking good. Let's go again. Start with the marble roll. Reach it back as if you're flying. Yes, looking really nice, guys. One more. Marble roll. Keep the back of the neck long. Reach back, stretch into your fingertips. Lovely. Yes, really nice. Bring yourself down. Press back into child's pose. Big toes together. Knees together or apart. Just stretch it out, by George. Whew. Lovely. All right, high kneeling. Up into your high kneeling. Something under your knee if you need it. That's it. Just a very quick little stretch in the last 2 minutes, all right? Left leg forward. Tuck under with your pelvis slightly and then take the hips forward, just watching that you keep this knee above the ankle. Open out the back hip. That's it. Yes, take the little extra chest opener, not a chest buster like aliens, chest opener. Super. Bring your hands down either side of your foot and then straighten that front leg, letting the foot slip forward so that you can do that. That's it. And then just relax, relax, haha, in quotation marks, over your leg. But you do just kind of, breathe into it. You're not forcing anything. You're just kind of hanging out here, letting the oxygen flow down the back of your leg and letting the weight of your head maybe take you a little bit further in the stretch, but in a nice, natural, gentle, organic way. Bend that leg, front leg that is. Bring it back so you're back into your high kneeling. Good. Right leg forward. Boom. Slight tuck under there, and then take it forward. Woo. That's it, widening your stride if you need to keep the knee above the ankle. And then again, the chest opener. Taking the palms of the hands back away from you. Yes, looking good. Nice work. Let's take our hands down either side of that right foot now. We're straightening the right leg. Super. And then again, just take a moment to relax over that leg. Let it support yourself on the floor. Yes, as Matthew is doing, you can always get blocks, Tim, if you need to bring the floor up to you rather than go down to the floor. That's it. Yeah, there you go. And then just take a moment. Let the weight of the head, like a nice bowling ball, take you a little bit further into the stretch. Shoulders down and relaxed. Super. Bend that leg, take it back. But we're going to stay in 4-point kneeling. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. There you go. Take your right leg back, tuck the toes. Left leg back, tuck the toes. Let's plank it out. Hips nice and low, breastbone reaching to the top of your mat, pushing the mat actively away from you through your hands. Cherry tomatoes squashed in the backs of your armpits. Good. We're going to hold this for 10, 9, 8, shoulders down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up into your downward dog. Stretch it out. Let the heels just descend gently to the mat. Breastbone coming down towards the mat. And then bend the knees. Walk your hands towards your feet. Keep the legs bent there. Have a little shaky over the legs. Again, just nod your head. Make sure it's nice and heavy like a bowling ball. Neck decompressed. Breath in, exhale, up we come. Pressing down into your feet. And then lifting off like a rocket through your body. Super. We're just going to finish with a little side bend in our 2 up stretches, and then we're done. Feet a little bit wider than hip width today. We're going to take the right arm up. And like we did in our back extension, let the hand slide down the leg, this time into a side bend. Good. Keep the chest open towards the ceiling. Really nice, guys. And up you come. Good. Left arm up. Inhale to lift. Exhale, slide the other hand down the outside of your leg. Going to max. Yes. And up you come. Bring your feet together. 2 up stretches. Are you ready? Here we go. Inhale, take it up, lengthen through the body. Feel long and lean and lithe and lovely. And anything else beginning with L that you can think of. All the way up. Exhale, push the air down. Gorgeous. And just stand feeling grand. Nice work. Have a super weekend when you get there, and I hope to see you next week.